What's good, YouTube? Staven Sports Cards here, back with another video. I hope you're all doing well. This past weekend, I had the opportunity to go up to Wilmington, Massachusetts for the Shriner Show. Really great, almost an East Coast national feel there with a lot of great dealers, a lot of great stuff. And unlike when I went in November with my good friend Jim, I was able to buy cards this time, and I got some great stuff that I can't wait to share with you guys. But before I get into the cards, I just wanted to take a moment and call upon the generosity that this community has shown. I'm part of East Haven Public Television, and we're a nonprofit organization here in East Haven, Connecticut. They've been helping me further my dreams and get reps on working behind the camera and editing, as well as helping me create and produce my podcast, Solo Shot Sports, which if you've seen on YouTube, I've been recording at their podcast station and have their logo in the corner. They're a great organization. A lot of great people put in tons of time there, a lot of it not paid. And we will be having a live stream telethon this Wednesday, May 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on their Facebook page. I will leave the link to that. But if any of you are able and willing to donate any amount of money, we will be raising money for the Great Give. And this money will be put to offset the cost for us to get a neon sign outside the front of our building. We just moved over the summer, and it's been a really awesome journey building up the new place and launching into the new era of East Haven Public Television with our community media center, producing all kind of content, including 4 live music guests that we will have during the telethon. I appreciate each and every one of you in advance for considering to donate, and for those of you that donate, I am extremely grateful. I will leave the link to both the live stream page as well as the page to donate below. You guys have been nothing but generous and supportive of me, and I really appreciate you guys to the bottom of my heart. I went to the Shriner Show this time mainly because I wanted to see my good friend Brian at B Ross 6. He was setting up there with his buddy, and Brian had these cards put aside for me that I claimed during a live sale of his. 67 Willie Mays checklist, 1966 Topps Lou Brock, my birthday buddy, an absolutely warped 1966 card number 1 of Willie Mays, 1967 Cards Clubbers with Brock and Flood, and 65 Casey Stengel for my set. This is a card that is surprisingly pricey. It's got a great image on it, and this one's got back damage, but to be honest, the front of the card is so nice that it's not going to really matter when I flip through the book. With this complete set, I'm over 2/3 of the way there, and every single card like that along the way is special to get. I did get 41 new common cards. I already have put them away and logged them into my spreadsheet, but I got 41 common cards from Charlie, who I was able to make some deals with over at the Cranston, Rhode Island show. So it was awesome to link up with him again and talk to him, and he gave me a great deal on 41 commons, including 6 high numbers towards my set, so that was really huge. Brian was bringing me around to some dealers when I was trying to move my 1971 Topps Greatest Moments Thurman Munson. And while this dealer unfortunately did not make a deal with me on the Munson, he did have a ton of coins. Now, he literally had a plastic bag, a bunch of random ones. Salada Muscaron, Dwayne Josephine Topps coin, Joe Morgan Topps coin, Ted Sizemore, Diego Segui, Fritz Peterson, Juan Marichal, Dominican dandy, Duke Sims, Gaylord Perry, Jim Leyrit, and some more Saladas, which is what really made me interested in this bag of random stuff. Bobby Richardson. These were obviously with the cap for the T's. Ralph Terry. Ken Hunt. Willie Davis. Super underrated player. Vada Pinson. And one of my favorite players to collect, Mr. Frank Robinson. So I got all of those coins for $20. I thought I did pretty well on that little lot. There was another dealer who had a 20% off vintage bin, and I kid you not, this dealer just talked himself down completely without me saying anything just from picking up this card. It is not in perfect condition by any means, but the 1964 AL Bombers with Mantle, Maris, and Al Kaline with Norm Cash, obviously, who was a great player at the time. It's got a really bad corner here, and the edges are not perfect, but had this price at $20, the 20% off, and he dropped it all the way to 50% off at $10, and I couldn't say no to a Playing Days card with Mantle on it for $10. So added that to the collection. Another dealer had a literal 2-row box of 2004 Game 4 World Series tickets, National League versus American League, Cardinals Red Sox World Series, and you guys know my lucky number is 44, row 4, seat 4. This was the clinching game that broke the curse of the Bambino, finished the sweep of the Cardinals, and $10 in a BCCG slab. I mean, I probably couldn't get it on eBay for any cheaper than that. This next card, I didn't realize that the batter up cards were 34 through 36. I thought they were just 34, but there are high numbers that were made towards the back end of that time frame, and they're a little bit smaller, and they have different images than some of the players that were in the early series, like this Rick Farrell. So card 126, the card number 10 from the 34 one, he is throwing the ball and his mask is coming off. Really cool image, but crouching catcher cards for the win. Hall of Famer Rick Farrell, Red Sox player here. Just really awesome. It has back damage, so he said these were all in an album. He had a lot of great names, but I just went for a cheapie and Rick Farrell and finally added a batter up high number to the collection. So really cool to learn about that and to pick up a Hall of Famer. But my big pickup of the show is a card that I had no intention of getting when I first went to the show. I just wanted to get a new set represented in the collection, hang out with Brian, and see some cool stuff. And this dealer had a ton of Cons cards, all different years. But I always have loved the 68 and 69s for the color. And I got this gorgeous 69 Cons Tony Perez. This is the small size tab. It's got the Cons logo with the red rose, and the tab is still intact. He had a bunch of them where the top tab was missing, which I don't see a lot like that on eBay, let alone in the wild. But getting this, it's an 8. SGC has only graded 6 of these, 1 higher. PSA has graded about 40 of them. But for a card that was wrapped around in meat packaging, I am just super thrilled to own this. Tony Perez, one of the most overlooked players. He was just a consistent run producer for those Big Red Machine teams, and that's just a beautiful image there of him scooping a ball at first base. Blank back, but SGC 8, which is a lot higher grade than I thought I would have gotten, but the deal was too good for me to pass up. I hope you guys enjoyed my pickups from the Shriner Show. Brian, it was great to catch you in person, brother. Jim, I'm sorry that our schedules didn't line up, my friend. And for all of you that clicked the link either to watch the live stream telethon on Wednesday or to donate and support us, I am super grateful. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.